When I first decided to change my life, I didn't have a detailed plan exactly. I didn't have a miracle solution or some secret hack that guaranteed results. What I had was frustration. The kind of frustration that comes from waking up every morning feeling trapped in a body that didn't reflect who I wanted to be. For years, I made excuses. It's genetics. I don't have time to cook or exercise. This is just how my life is. But deep down, I knew the truth. I was standing in my own way. It wasn't just my body that felt heavy, it was my mind, weighed down by guilt, regret, and a quiet fear that maybe I couldn't change. But 6 months ago, I decided I'd had enough. Enough excuses. Enough half-hearted attempts. Enough waiting for a perfect moment that would never come. I started with a simple commitment. Cut carbs, cut sugar, and see what happens. Sounds straightforward, right? Well, it wasn't. The first few weeks were brutal. Let me tell you, when you've spent years relying on bread, pasta, and sweet snacks to get you through the day, your body doesn't just say, "Oh, cool, we're doing something new now." No, it fights back. The cravings were intense. I had headaches, mood swings, and moments where I almost gave up. Almost. But what kept me going wasn't just the desire to lose weight. It was the idea that I could take control over my health, my choices, my life. I started focusing on what I could eat rather than what I couldn't. Meat, fish, eggs, they became my staples. Simple, satisfying, and surprisingly energizing. For the first time, food felt like fuel instead of a crutch. By the second month, things began to shift. My energy levels skyrocketed. I didn't feel chained to the midday slump or the constant pull of sugar highs or crashes. My clothes fit differently. I caught myself standing a little taller, smiling a little more. It wasn't just about the physical changes, though those were undeniable. I had lost weight, inches, and that sluggish feeling I'd carried for years. What mattered more was how I felt inside. I felt alive. But let me be honest, this journey wasn't all smooth sailing. There were moments of doubt, times when the scale didn't move, and I questioned if it was all worth it. There were social gatherings where I had to explain again and again why I wasn't eating the cake or the fries. Sometimes people understood, sometimes they didn't. That's okay. I wasn't doing this for them anyways. But by the third month, my mindset completely shifted. Food was no longer my enemy or my reward. It was just food, a means to nourish my body. I started noticing how much of my old relationship with food had been tied to emotions, stress eating, boredom, snacking, or celebrating with sugar. It all fell away when I realized those habits weren't serving me. 6 months in, the changes were undeniable. I've lost over 70 pounds, but what I have gained feels so much bigger. I wake up every single day with a sense of purpose, knowing I'm in control of my choices. My mental clarity has improved, my energy is through the roof, and I feel stronger. Physically, emotionally, mentally. For the first time in my life, I feel free. This isn't just a story about weight loss. It's about breaking the cycle of excuses and realizing that change is indeed possible. It's not easy, it's not fast, but it's worth it. If you're watching this and you're feeling stuck, I want you to know you're not alone. I've been there. But you don't have to stay there. Start small. Start today. Stop waiting for the right time, the right plan, or the right circumstances. You are the only person who can take the first step for yourself. 6 months ago, I decided to stop waiting and start living. And I promise you, it's the best decision I've ever made. If this story resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Share your journey, share your struggles, or even your first step. Let's support each other. And if you're curious about the specifics of how I made these changes, like meal plans, tips for overcoming cravings, or strategies for staying motivated, hit that subscribe button. Together, we can take control of our lives one choice at a time. And if you want to go deeper into these topics of how to lose 100 pounds in 1 year healthily, subscribe to my newsletter on Substack. Links down below. This has been Vilipoon. Subscribe to be healthy. Stakes on me.